Hey guys, today I want to talk about the notion of animal science and behavioral training. So, most of the science that has been laid down and conducted, that trainers often take as the ways in which animals learn and function, was developed by three men, Pavlov, Maslow, and Skinner, who conducted studies with animals in an isolated, and when I say isolated, I mean like a one-on-one type of experiment. All of the experiments were human mind created and the results projected based on these isolation type studies. I believe Pavlov and Maslow were psychologists for humans, and I believe Skinner was into human philosophy. Now, here's the thing, and here's the danger with taking those three perspectives as the foundation of how people who train dogs based on science, which is just simply a process and a method of inquiry to be able to prove repeatable results. Here's the problem with it. Dogs are pack animals, regardless of what anybody says. And they also like leadership, regardless, again, of what anybody says. And if people are telling you that they don't, it's a very dumbed down, human, projected version of the actual truth of animal psychology and understanding. When the puppies are born, mama, the female, the mom, is setting down the rules of behavior, the codes of conduct, and social interactions. This is all happening on a deeply energetic level. She also uses vocalizations. She also uses her eyes. She uses her energy. She uses her physical body. But many things that are taking place are on a level that humans are interpreting but don't necessarily fully understand. When we base animal behavior on human projected observation, not actually listening to the animals through telepathic communication or understanding energy, maybe like through Qigong, what happens is that there's a lot of misinterpretation because you are not understanding the environment as a 360-degree experience that animal's having. You are only understanding a non-prefrontal cortex animal and applying human cognition. That's only going to give you about 10% of the actual equation of what's actually happening in reality for that animal and what they understand on the deepest instinctual levels in the core of their being. Chinese medicine has told us for 5,000 years that the gut brain is the first brain, not the brain in the head. But humans have reversed this and believe that the brain in the head and our cognition is what makes us so superior and so intelligent. But the thing is, the brain cannot feel. Brain only signals things, processes things. Brain doesn't feel pain. The body feels pain. If your ankle got smashed, you're not feeling pain in your brain. You're feeling pain in your ankle because that's what hurts. Okay? So even a lot of the neuroscience is backwards because it's going from a cognitive approach, not a body-centered approach. And animals are completely body-centered beings. Doesn't mean they can't think. Doesn't mean they can't and don't analyze things. Doesn't mean they're not capable of making choices. They absolutely are. But the domination of their choices comes from their instinct, not from their intellect. So anytime someone tells you that there's science to prove this, and it's been peer-reviewed, you need to ask them the question, 2 questions. 1, was this study done in an isolated way, or was it done by understanding animal behavior through natural animal interactions? That's 1. And the second question you need to ask, because so much of the science now coming out is based on using treats, which animals never use in nature. Second question you have to ask them is, was this study conducted using treats? Or was there any prior training of the dog to be complicit in the study? Because if either one of those, they come back and say, no, it was an isolated study, or yes, the animal was, taught how to lay down in a brain scanner. That's not science, because it's not pure science and it's not natural science, because you've already corrupted the naturalness of how that animal would actually respond. So, not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying it's definitely not the whole picture. And that's why I have focused on the truth in training through the quantum physics of animal behavior, because quantum physics is all about the study of nature as a whole. It doesn't separate anything out. We've got way more positive dog training, yet we've got way more bites. We've got way more separation anxiety. We've got way more dogs getting cancer. And if you don't understand how each one of these pieces relates back to the fact that animals operate from energetic alignment and how their parent would teach them, then you're only teaching people 10% of the equation. And you're setting people and animals up to fail. Using the treats, not only are you dumbing down the dogs, you're dumbing down the people, because the people, once they understand this energetic alignment, it fixes 95% of animal behavior problems. The treats, and I have heard well-known trainers say, just keep popping treats in their mouth. Animals don't operate off of treats. They operate off of inner energetic alignment. So I just want you to be aware of what the downfalls and the pitfalls of people saying that this is science-backed, evidence-based information. Because when you manipulate the information and you're not getting the truth from the dogs, but you're getting it from a human who's thinking intellectually and cognitively, when an animal thinks instinctually, your science isn't actually correct at all. You've just gotten yourself results because you've manipulated the study to get the results. What I want to see is trainers who can train without treats and without having to be aversive, that understand the actual inner energy alignment that the human needs to be to help the dog. That's what I want to see more science of. So just so that you guys know, don't be fooled by the notion of science-based. Talk with people like myself, like people who have studied with Kevin Behar, that understand the fundamental energetic alignment and the 360-degree relationship in which dogs interact, in which they train each other, and in the energy that the mama holds. Because every single puppy was born to a mama. So every single puppy understands the same universal language. If you want to learn that universal language, contact me at info@animalhealer.com. Have a great day.